I still remember that day when I was in a dire need of practicing English and someone said to me, "Why the hell you people waste our time when you don't even know how to speak basic English?" And I still remember the day when I tasted fluency. I know there is no particular day of getting fluency, but I still remember the day when I got fluency. I was speaking in English and someone said to me, "Hey, your speech is so charismatic. By the way, you are making a beautiful sense." I was in some communities where we speak in front of a lot of people and I noticed people started gathering. Why? Because they wanted to listen what this girl is saying. So I still remember the day when I realized that yes, fluency is on my tongue. So how I tasted fluency? Okay, linguistics, language learners, we talk about fluency a lot. Now I'm eager to know, okay, I'm quite excited to know from you what fluency means to you. Alright, first let me know in the comment section how you see fluency. For me, fluency is something when you deliver your speech, when you say something in a particular language, maybe English, okay? So, fluency is when you say something in English and you are not even noticing whether you are using your first language or your second language. You are this much immersed and indulged while speaking, while delivering your speech, that you don't care which language I'm using right now. This time, there is no translation at all in your mind. You don't care about any vocabulary, any grammar, you don't care about anything because everything is making sense to you and everything is popping out here. And at the same time, people enjoy listening to you. They just want to listen to you for longer hours. So before jumping to the activities, okay, that what activities I used to do when I was in the edge of getting fluency, when I was about to get fluency. And you will also get to know, by the way, whether you're gonna get fluency and how close you are. Okay, by my experience. So before telling, I'm very excited to share the concept of fluency. So the concept of fluency is fluency comes when this language transfer from your conscious mind to your subconscious mind. How? As you can see right now, I am speaking. Do you think I'm speaking consciously or subconsciously? I am speaking now, I am speaking with my subconscious mind. Yes, I am really aware what I am speaking right now, but it is already deeply rooted in my subconscious. As you can see, there is no translation at all. Am I translating? Absolutely not. Why? Because it is deeply rooted in my mind now, in my subconscious. Okay, I have already made a lot of videos on this about conscious and subconscious. Fluency is the game of all about consumption and production, input and output, consumption and production. The more you are going to consume in English, the more you are going to produce in English. And there are a lot of people, they have misconception. They listen a lot in their first language, maybe in Hindi, and they expect from them that we will produce in English. How it can be possible on this earth? It would not be possible. Okay, so understand this simple funda. You talk about environment. There are no people in my surroundings who are speaking in English. How I'm going to speak in English? How I'm going to listen in English? I have already made a lot of videos on it. How you're going to create your own environment. Listen, you have an excuse. You complain, I don't have environment. You do not need to seek for environment. You have to create your own environment. If you will be complaining about environment, I am telling you, you will never learn this language. So instead of complaining, create your own environment. By the way, why do you expect in your country you are going to get environment? Are you living in abroad? Are you living in abroad or in any foreign country? So people will be speaking in English in your surroundings. And why would they speak in English? Because you want to learn. That's why they have to speak. That's why they have to provide that English environment to you. Obviously they will not. उल्टा सुना देंगे आप लोगों को. I'm not going to talk about that time period when I just started my English journey, when I used to do a lot of activities. I was not able to make sense in English. So now I'm going to tell you when I was in the edge, by the way. In the edge, are you understanding? I knew that I am about to get fluency. Now I'm going to get fluency. Even you are going to get to know how. All right. So the first thing is, a lot of people, the people who have started their English journey, what they are doing actually, they are speaking with strangers every day, obviously for free because they have not taken any subscription and all, even though they have taken. They are talking with strangers every day. Every day they are introducing themselves and they are introducing, right? Every day they are keep on repeating the same sentences and they're not improving in this way. And I'll tell you one thing, beginners are not able to realize this thing because I was not able to realize it. When you think, okay, now I do not need to talk with a lot of people, okay, I should not waste my time. Now it's time to reality check. So what I did actually, I knew I am going to make really very deep sense with a single person or maybe one or two. Okay, so what I did, instead of talking with a lot of people, I chose two things only. I'll tell you what's that. Okay, so first was I chose a person. I chose a person and I decided I'm going to talk with this person day and night. Day in, day out, I'll talk with this person. Whenever I'm going to practice, whether in the morning time, daytime, at night, but I'll practice with this person. Okay. Apart from this, the second thing which I did was I joined a proper group, okay, where a lot of people were practicing. They could listen to me, okay. If I am speaking, at least 10, 20, 30 people will listen to me. And if they are speaking, then I had to listen to them. So that was a kind of community. And if you really want to join that community, download an application, Ace Fluency, go and give it a shot. So I just focused on these two things. And you won't believe, when I used to talk with that person and when I used to talk in that, community, that was the time I was sensing that yes, there is something little bit, it is coming on my tongue and I am making sense. You need a person or very known community where you are going to make deeper sense. Next thing which I realized when I was about to get fluency, there were some kind of, sentence like structure. There were some grammatical things, okay, which was making me stuck actually. Okay, so I did observe a lot. What are the things which are making me stuck? And because of this barriers, I am not able to taste fluency. So you won't believe, I got to know, do you know in grammar there is a pattern, there is a conditionals. So I was quite, disturbed with that. I was not able to make some past imaginary sentences. Okay, some past regret or past imaginary sentences. Instead of being concerned about a lot of things that I don't know this, I don't know that. If you are concerned about little things that yes, I have observed while speaking, I got stuck here. And this is the thing which is not letting me get fluency. It means you are close to fluency. Because at first, if you talk about beginners, they have all the concerns. Words are not popping out in my mind. I don't have good vocabularies. My grammar is really bad. I'm bad at it. I don't have anything. I don't pronounce words correctly. There is an empty eye issue. A lot of things are there with beginners. But when after striving, thriving, after juggling a lot, when you reach here and you got to know, okay, I have observed, by the way, there are a couple of things which is making me stuck, and if I deal with these things, I will be able to speak. Next thing, instead of getting confused, you are perplexed what to listen, where to listen, how to listen, okay, actually you want to choose this is the person I want to listen, and this is my genre. I really want to know about this. Maybe it's communication or anything. So what happened when I was in the edge of getting fluency? I chose couple of YouTubers. I chose couple of people. Okay, as I chose as my speaking partner, same as in listening also. Instead of listening 1,000 people, I chose couple of people, maybe 2 or 3, and I decided I am going to listen to them only. Not a lot of people. No, don't confuse yourself. So instead of listening a lot of people, I chose only 3 channels or maybe 4. I started listening a lot over and over again. And believe it or not, I saw tremendous changes. Seriously, enormous changes. I'll tell you a couple of benefits when you listen to a particular person, when you stick with a single video. I know there is a FOMO. You might be thinking, can't I listen everything? I know this world is bombarded with a lot of knowledge, with a lot of information, with a lot of videos, right? Videos. And you people are confused and you have FOMO, fear of missing out. What if I will be out of the loop? If I'm not going to listen each and every video, if I'm not going to absorb each and everything, I will be out of the loop. I must absorb everything. I can understand today, in today's era, this FOMO. Understand. Just put this FOMO aside and start enjoying JOMO, joy of missing out. Okay, because when you enjoy JOMO, you learn something very deeper. So here, instead of listening a lot of people, you are going to choose couple of people, and what will be the benefits of listening and sticking with the one person? First thing, you will grab their bucket of vocabulary. I have my own bucket of vocabulary. As you might have noticed, most of the time I come up with the same vocabulary. Sometimes I add little more, but my rest of 60 or 70% is coming with the same vocabulary, right? Do you think today I have spoken with the different 15,000 vocabularies and next time I'm speaking with the different? Obviously not, right? So we all have different, let's suppose there are 3 categories and these 3 people, they have 3 different buckets of vocabulary. All right. So if you are going to listen to me a lot, you are going to get to know a lot of vocabularies which are coming from my bucket. All right. And knowingly, unknowingly, consciously, subconsciously, intentionally, unintentionally, you are going to use these vocabularies. Second thing, please let me tell you this, guys. You will start sounding like them. If you are going to stick with a single particular personality or a video, okay, if you are going to listen to them over and over again, you will start talking like them. You will speak like them. You will move your hands like them. You will behave like them. You will look like them. Your expressions will be like them. It happens when you stick with a single particular video. If you are going to stick with 10 or 20 or 50 or 60, if you are going to stick with hundreds of videos together, you will not be able to get this benefit. Okay, so this is, I am telling you by my experience. I used to listen a lady and I got a compliment from people that, oh my god, you sound like her. And I was quite shocked. After that, I started doing experiments. I started sticking with a single personality. I started listening and absorbing that personality a lot, and people again started complimenting that you are sounding like her now. So believe, after doing experiments, we get to know how things works, right? So this thing happened in my way. So I would say stick with single video. When I talk about single video, you can take couple of videos like 3 or 4, okay, in your genre, like in spirituality, which video you will listen, and for communication, which for YouTube, which video you will listen. Okay, that's totally up to you, but listen at least 5 to 10, or I would say 10 to 15, whatever it can be, or whether 2 or 3, that's totally up to you. That would be even better. Have listen to them very carefully over and over again. That would be best. Next thing, a lot of people, they have started their journey, and I have encountered a lot of people who have started their journey, and I have noticed one thing in them, that they all are readers. They all are pro readers, by the way. And very less people I have noticed that they, have started their journey, they became good at this language, but still they are not a reader. Very less, like 10-20% I have seen. I'm talking about, like countries where we don't have this language as our first language. Okay. So what's the next thing I did? Obviously, earlier when I was struggling with my reading habit, my reading habit was not developed actually. That time, oh my God, it was damn hard for me to read. But when I was, in the edge of getting fluency, I noticed one thing. I was enjoying reading out loud. It's not just about each and every book. It's about whenever I was getting something, wherever, I was little crazy to read. And I was reading everything out loud. So you will notice one thing, whether you are, feeling bored this time, but that will be the time you are gonna love it. Okay, you will read out loud, you will indulge, immerse in it, and you will not focus on any other thing. One more last thing I would like to mention here. Yes, I had some people, okay, as I've said, only one, okay, where I was making deeper sense with that person, and another was community. Apart from that, you will start getting a lot of requests from people because they are really excited to talk to you. But I would say, yes, you will not even deny, you will be even excited to contribute with them. Okay, so I'm not saying like on daily basis, obviously, but you will enjoy talking with everyone when you will be in the edge of getting English fluency. A very little part, I'll tell you what I avoided when I was in the edge, when I was about to get fluency and I could sense that. So what are the things I avoided completely? First thing, concern about vocabularies, because when you master simple English, when you get beautiful, basic, great fluency, then you do not need to concern about your vocabulary. Now you have gotten fluency. Now in this journey, you will be learning posh words and interesting things. I was not concerned about my vocabulary at all because automatically words were popping out in my mind, and there was no confusion and complaint about that I'm not getting words are not popping out. It was not like that. Okay. Second thing, you will not be concerned about your grammar. I'll tell you one thing, a lot of people are concerned about these things, that I must learn grammar, I will learn grammar. I'll tell you, in my case, I did not learn even this little grammar because obviously it was not making sense to me. As I always give you a brain tattoo, initially neither grammar will make sense to you nor you will make sense to grammar. Then obviously, then what's the point anyway? Okay, so obviously, because now you are in the edge of getting fluency, I am telling you your grammar is already improved at that extent. So it will not be a concern anymore. Third, which I completely forgot, is judgment. And I have already made a video about this, but this was the thing I avoided completely, and that was judgment. Judgment, like even I was not judging myself in my head. I was not even allowing other people to judge me. Completely, I avoided judgment. Fourth thing, which I avoided, and now I want you to experience that you must avoid if you are in the edge of getting fluency, is Leave whatever is not exciting you, no matter how serious you are in this journey. But if things are not exciting you, you have to leave it right away. I have not said that you have to leave your English speaking practice. Okay, these are some basic needs you must do, like listenings and speaking. Let's suppose you are learning grammar and it is not exciting you anymore. It's hard for you. It is making your journey boring. Leave it right away. Second, vocabulary. It's okay. That's completely fine. You do not need to learn posh words. That's completely fine. If it is not exciting you, leave it right away. Last but not the least thing. There are three things which you must remember. Okay, which you're not going to forget. All right. So first is believing in you, which I did. Second, believing in mastering the simple fluency. You are going to master simple English fluency. And third, believe in consistency and hard work. I know if you are getting tired, exhausted, all right, take rest. But taking rest doesn't mean that you will break your consistency. So it was all. If you are experiencing any of them, then congratulations, because you are also in the edge of getting fluency. All right, so let me know in the comment section. And if you think this video has added any value, so please give thumbs up, share your lovely comments, and don't forget to subscribe this channel if you are new here. All right, so with this thing, let's meet in the next video. Bye bye.